Hey guys, this is Stephanie here. Some of you know me or I seem a little nervous. It's because I am. The purpose of this video today is actually in response to a lot of inbox messages that I had been receiving on my social networks like Facebook and Twitter and things like that. Um, the topic was pretty much of the businesses that I currently own and operate, and primarily the more recent one, my 4G entertainment company, which I'm managing the group No Creases. To just take a step back and start from the beginning, the first business that I did launch and it was successful, which people have seen more of, is Essence of Beauty. Essence of Beauty did start out to be, I want to say, a designer candle company. And when I say designer, I mean, your typical candles are usually along the lines of like cinnamon, vanilla, apple pie, things like that, lavender, the basics. And I wanted to be the only one who had a different type of candle. In any business, you need to be able to separate yourself from everyone else and have people know why they should buy your product as opposed to buying what's already on the market. So with that being said, I set out to have a designer candle made up with today's designer fragrances. Like any type of cologne that we wear now, any type of perfume that we wear now, I wanted to be able to have you go into a store or go online and purchase that candle in that scent from me, because no one else was doing that. So of course, I like to be different, so I set out to do that. I did get a response. It wasn't probably the response that I wanted or the one that I thought I would get. But in the middle of developing that idea for the candles, I had also started developing an idea for soaps and body products and things of that nature, things that girly girls like. It first started out because my youngest son, as everyone knows, he has eczema. And if you think about it, for anyone in a similar situation who either suffers from acne or from eczema or dry skin, oily skin, anything like that, you know that the price that you pay for trying to maintain your skin care and things like that overall is very expensive. So having bought different products, having paid for different prescriptions for the eczema, I decided to do some homework and I started getting into a more natural remedy as far as shea butter, black soap, and things like that. So basically, once I started to dive into that realm of my line, the candles kind of took the back burner because people were more interested in what was going on with the skincare line. And in any business, once again, it's for you to a certain extent, but you always want to please your customers. So ultimately, I began focusing more on the soaps, the body butters, the body souffles, and things like that, which consequently, because they're all natural, they happen to double as, being good for your skin at the same time. So with that being said, I launched more of the soaps and the skincare. Because it's an all natural product, like I said, it's pretty safe on everybody's skin. I mean, I know some people who are allergic to the barest minimum of anything, but I've not had any complaints. I've had a couple of repeat buyers. The site is available up and running online. You can visit it at www.essenceofbeauty.webs.com. I'm always doing specials. You can inbox me for details, or you can visit the site and contact me through there. Moving right along to the next business. And this is too funny how I stumbled across this. When I first moved to Atlanta, the reason was because of Essence of Beauty. And then for No Creases, at that time they weren't even No Creases. It was just my roommate, A-Dub, who was into her spoken word and her poetry. And it was King Sneak, who was at that point a solo artist in California. But with us moving to Atlanta, of course, the music industry is like really bumping right now in Atlanta. So they decided to form a group. But anyway, going back for a second, what happened was, while we're waiting for everything to pretty much take effect and kick off, I had started doing hair. I went back to doing hair, which is something that I didn't want to do. I didn't plan on it. But of course, whatever income is coming in, whatever niche you've targeted that works, it's obviously what you're going to go with. So with that being said, a lot of the people that I was meeting, these women they love their weaves down here. They love their hair. So as I met women and I, had customers and things like that, I'd also have my postcards available, my business cards, my postcards, which is really just a big flyer in the shape of a regular size postcard. But I do a lot of graphics and things like that. I make it pretty colorful. I make it pop because I want you to look at it and want to know more about what it says on the card. So with that being said, once they've seen that, it's like, oh, well, I own a small business, or my mom has a business, or my cousin does this, or my aunt does that. Whatever the case might be, people wanted to utilize, my graphics as far as making them business cards, flyers, postcards, brochures, and things like that. Even down to websites. I've done a couple people's websites for, little businesses that they've started online themselves. So once that started, I said, well, this is also a good business also. This is something that I'm good at, and they can see it from the work that I do for my own business. So at that point, I launched SJD Marketing, which consequently SJD are my initials. So with that, I think my whole focus with SJD Marketing pretty much is to say, first impressions are very important. And how you look to somebody, I mean, you may not care because it's always the old sayings, you're not supposed to really care what people think. But at the end of the day, in a marketable industry, you do want to care what people think to a certain extent, because you never know if that person is the person who will make or break your success. It's not a matter of being too cocky to mix and mingle with people. But again, it's always that you have no idea who you might, what opportunity you might be missing out on. So it's always, what the first impression should always be your best impression. And that's how I live as far as business is concerned, and just basically in everyday life. The point of that, with saying that, is if you're networking, if you're, going to a party, if you've been invited somewhere with someone else, it's almost like business cards are like the basic. For me, it's the basic. I know that I get irritated waiting for somebody to find a pencil and pen, paper, whatever. Or if they pull out their phone. I had somebody just recently give me their phone for me to enter my own contact information into their phone. And it's like, no, well, I have a business card. Like, do you have a business card, or do you have a card or something like that? And people look at you like you're crazy when you ask them that, because it's like, I don't own a business. Yeah, but I mean, it's still a professional look. And for me, because I'm not easily impressed, if someone who has no business, they're not an entrepreneur, they're not doing anything, but they offer me a business card, even if it just has the bare minimum, their name and email address and a phone number, I'm going to be impressed, because it's like you're still presenting yourself at your best, even when you have, we don't have anything in common, but at the end of the day, that's something to look forward to. So pretty much SJD Marketing, it pretty much is a company that will allow you to present yourself in a way where people will remember you, in a way where, you don't have to search for pens and paper anymore to write down your number. You can get postcards, you can do advertising, people need to know who you are and what you do, because sometimes word of mouth is just not enough. You can tell this person, they can tell that person, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, when you meet somebody, you want to say, you know what, here's my card, give me a call. And then you can walk off confidently knowing that you've made that good first impression. That's my point. So SJD Marketing basically is your one-stop shop for business cards, postcards, flyers, brochures, even down to refrigerator magnets. I do everything. Even for the college students, I do resumes. For those that are in businesses, entrepreneurs and things like that, are people that are looking into building partnerships with other business owners. I do contracts, things that are very important that you will need as any type of, opening any type of business or partnering up with someone who already has a business. So you can get all of that from this particular website, which is www.sjdmarketing.webs.com. And again, that's your one-stop shop for everything you need, down to your graphics, your logos, everything, even your website. So you might want to check that out also if you're thinking of starting a business, or even, pairing up with somebody. Lastly, to go into the marketing. I mean the entertainment company. Um, 4G Entertainment. Actually, the name I got it from one of the group members, King Sneak, because this is something that she was, contemplating on a while ago. And yes, I did take the name because I like the name. However, um, that happened because um, me being the supportive friend that I am, these guys decided to take their talent and put them both together, and they created this group called No Creases. Um, at 36 years old, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I'm a rap fan. I have a few people that I listen to. I can drop a few lines from a couple songs, but that's it. I'm no rap fan like that. But when it comes to, you know, feelings and emotions and friendships and relationships and things like that, these are like really important people to me. So of course I support their craft. Of course I do. And I think that they're excellent. I think that they're brilliant lyricists. I think that they're talented. So of course the support part of me was already there. Once hearing them and seeing that we were in the right place at the right time for this to blossom into something further, I began managing them. Now, the business part of me says, regardless of the personal relationship as friends that you have with these people, you still need to protect yourself, your investment, and they need to protect themselves and their investment. So of course I drew up a contract and made it as legal as possible because like I said, this is a business. 4G Entertainment, like I said, right now I have the one artist that I am managing, which is No Creases. But I have also been getting such an overwhelming response to the ads that I've written that were offering artists different types of affordable promotions and marketing and things like that, which can counteract with SJD marketing. But I do have the same promo packages on the 4G Entertainment website, which I'm going to give you now. It's www.4gent.webs.com. Now, on this particular site, these promo packages are a little different because you can go, it's the difference between being promoted by some person or being managed by some person. There's a difference. The management comes with a different realm of patience, a different realm of, just everything in general that's involved. Because for everything that I do for No Creases, I would have to do the same thing for any other person that I was managing. Now, have I had a lot of guys hit me up telling me that they rap, they dance, they sing, they draw, they write, they make beats, they do everything. I've had plenty of guys hit me up. I've had them send me their music. I've had them send me their pictures with their shirts off, showing their abs. I've had all of that. So at the end of the day, because I'm a businesswoman first, my thing is, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to create a stronger internet presence? Or are you looking for someone to manage you completely? Because, of course, that falls into that category. But it's different between me promoting you and me managing you. What I do for No Creases, I manage them. I also promote them. I get them gigs. I make sure that every social network that they on is updated daily. And I mean daily. On top of the fact that any type of business decision, any type of business meeting, any type of collaboration or feature or anything like that, that goes through me, and ultimately it ends up with them because we communicate very well, very effectively, because we wouldn't be able to do this if we didn't. However, ultimately the decisions are on them, but in the forefront they do have a manager to handle everything that they need to handle, because honestly their main focus should be their music and them, writing and being in the studio and making sure that they're 100% focused on their craft. That's why they have me, because I handle everything else. Right now, we are in the middle of probably one of the biggest things going on. Their mixtape is about to drop mid-January. It'll be finished, and I'm looking at it being released the beginning of March. We also have what we're calling an industry immersion, which is coming up March 19th, where this is going to be like one of the biggest industry mixer / networking events that I've ever seen. It's being sponsored, by a lot of people. Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Lowe's, VH1. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. And of course, No Creases is on board. And it's all because, I've had amazing opportunities to work with and meet with and, network with people who are in the same business, who are obviously interested in No Creases because they're such an awesome group. However, for the people who have hit me up and they're asking questions about promotions, I do have several packages. I have a start out package, I have a medium size package, and I have like a full throttle package where ultimately I end up managing you. I think it's affordable, but at the same time, I've been told that maybe I need to up my prices because one guy who I'm working with, he's so funny. He said, you think about it, if they frequent these clubs 2-3 times a week, and it's a $20 cover for each time that that they go into one of these clubs, that's $60 if they go 3 times a week. But you figure the drinks that they're buying, the bottles that they're popping, the weed that they're smoking, whatever, if they get down like that, the money that they're paying to just go out and chill is equivalent, if not more than, the money that it costs to pay for a package that's legitimate, that's going to get you noticed, that's going to get your music played, that's going to get your music into the hands of people that it needs to be in order for you to succeed in this industry. Now, I'm not saying that I know Usher or something like that, or I chill regularly with Ludacris or something like that. I'm not saying that by any means. But the business aspect of the role that I play, the people that I have met are very, 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 very good to know. And with that being said, the group, they're not unhappy in the situation that they're in. They have been performing across Atlanta for the last month, I would say, consistently. And it's just an excellent opportunity, and this is what the company is offering, to those artists who I've had people tell me that they've been in Atlanta their whole life and they've not been able to get one gig, like one open mic slot or anything like that. And I think that it's ridiculous. I think that if it's not your management, maybe it's your lack of hunger. My girls are hungry, you know what I mean? And with that being said, whatever I need them to do, they've done it. I'm not disappointed in any way. And I can only see good things coming from everything that, that has already happened. So basically, for the people that want to get on board, the people who are interested in the packages, I've had one of my Facebook friends, her husband called me the other day, and he has like 300 songs recorded. He wants a manager because the person who's been managing him hasn't been doing, a decent job. So my thing is, listen, as long as you're sitting there recording music and it's sitting there, it's pointless because no one knows that you even have a talent. No one even knows that you rap or you dance or you sing or you record your own music. Like, no one knows anything. So of course you need to have some type of presence started. You need exposure, and that's what I do. So at the end of the day, for everybody who's interested, some of you guys know me personally and you have my phone number. You can contact me through that. Call me, text me, whatever the case might be. If you're looking to, get involved in the industry in some way and you need to start somewhere, first off by promoting yourself, having some advertisements done, some radio play, whatever the case might be, you can always send me an email. You can email me at 4GENTCO@gmail.com. I respond very quickly. I'm always on my laptop. It goes wherever I go. And I'm really good with responding to things like that, especially when, there's opportunity for everybody involved. With that being said, again, you can check me out on Twitter. You can follow me, EOB Soy Candles, on Facebook, facebook.com/Beauties Vibes. And also, I'm up and running again on my radio show, Beauties Vibes, on Blog Talk Radio. I did take a brief hiatus because I have been very busy with No Creases, as they do keep me on my toes. So you can look for a show from Beauties Vibes at least twice a week. I'm not pretty sure of the days yet, but it does get posted to both of my social network sites, so you'll always be kept informed of what's going on. If there's anything else, you guys know where to reach me. And I want to thank you guys for tuning into my first video. Don't laugh at me. And I'll catch up with you guys soon.